This is round 15 of 15 from the 2014 World Rapid Chess Championship, the final round between Carlsen, who has black, versus Teimour Radjabov. Going into this final round, Carlsen had 10.5 points, and there were 3 other players who had 10 points. Those 3 players being Vishy Anand, Levan Aronian, who were playing one another in round 15, so that was a very, very important game. And also Sergei Karyakin, he had 10 points, and he was playing against Alexander Morozevich. And so he could potentially, those 3 players, Karyakin, Aronian, and Anand, could potentially catch Carlsen or surpass him, depending on the results. So as it turned out in this game, this game right here was finished before those players finished. And how exactly to summarize this game? Well, it's the opening, the Giuoco Piano, and very quiet opening, right? And not a lot of action. It reminds me of the Nigeria-Iran soccer game. I don't know if there's any of you who've been following the FIFA World Cup, but my point here is that there really wasn't a lot of action. And just if you keep a close eye on that evaluation, you'll never even see it hit at 0.3. It's always plus or minus that 0.3 area. So, okay, both sides have a flight square. The position's opening up just a little bit. Perfectly symmetrical pawn structure, 3 versus 3 over here, 4 versus 4 over here, and some trades. Not really needing to do much at this point in the game. I'm referring to Carlsen at this point. I mean, he already did everything he really needed to do. If knight takes pawn at this point, you just step up, and then eventually you could always force the knight to this square. If the queen tries to defend or something, that's probably running into some more bad things, right? The rook comes over here, and now you have to worry about your king getting killed. So anyhow, if the knight did take the pawn on h, he could have. After king g7, you just have to come back and return the pawn. But that didn't happen. The knight simply dropped back to e3. Expand a little bit. This lead pawn of the doubled pawns, it's usually a good idea to get him advanced one step. If something like this, maybe this is a little bit annoying, clamping down on this doubled pawn structure. Now he can't move, and because of that, he can't move, of course. So some breathing space. I've heard one master from a long while ago, Bill Pascal actually, referred to this as like a pawn slinky. This is going way back, but b5 is like some pawn slinky. You know, the head has to move, and then only then can you have like the tail move. Anyhow, just a little fun term, I guess. b5 it is. Rook a to d1. Just slow moves. I think at this stage, I don't even know if the evaluation is going to shift off of the 0.000 or just 0.00. This is a dead draw. There's no excitement here, unfortunately. So this game finishes up with a fantastic perpetual check. This was essentially a grandmaster draw. There really wasn't much involved with this. After the first 14 games, maybe a little bit of fatigue setting in. Carlsen also had black, so I think perfectly content with just getting away with the draw. And that's exactly what we had, and it was essentially enough to become the Rapid champion. This pushed him to 11. The Anand-Aronian game finished with, it ended in a draw, and Karyakin ended up losing. So the final result, I'll post it at the end of this video, the top 10 finishers of the tournament. Carlsen was clear first with 11 points, and there was a 4-way tie for second. Fabiano Caruana. Each of these 4 players had 10.5 points, namely Fabiano Caruana, Vishy Anand, Levan Aronian, and Alexander Morozevich, who won his last game versus Karyakin. I'll post again the top 10 finishers from this tournament. But if you're still with me here, you'll probably hear me losing my voice. This is now the 15th game that I've covered in a row. I'm on my, just a fun little fact, I'm on my 3rd hour and 33 minutes of recording. It's still going, and I still have a lot more editing to do, but that's for me to work out, of course. Anyhow, if you're still with me, if you watched all 15 games, great. And I hope you enjoyed along the way. I certainly did have fun reviewing each of these games, and I got a little bit out of it. And hopefully you did as well. So thanks for tuning in, and I appreciate your support, and I hope you're having a great day. Take care.